Hey, Kilbert, coach, to talk about tonight's win over UNO.
Oh man, it was a great win for us, and we didn't play as well as we would like to in the beginning, but our kids kept playing hard. I thought that was the key to the game, even though we was missing a lot of inside shots. Destiny Norman don't miss the shot that she was missing inside. Ford don't normally miss the shots she was missing, but they stayed with it. They stayed with it. We wore them down. We kept pressing them. And I thought that was a difference in the game. Our kids hung in there. And I told them we were not going to be able to shoot the ball as well as we shot it against Arkansas Baptist. We didn't shoot the ball well tonight. But hey, we hung in there and we started making big shots down the stretch. So that's what I tell our kids: be prepared for the long haul, not the short.
Coach, you just mentioned it. The outside shot wasn't really hitting. It hit at clutch times, but it wasn't hit like it was last week. But you went inside and you had free throws tonight. Just talk about being able to pound the ball inside tonight.
Well, I think that's the key. When you're not making your outside shots, you have to have a game that you can go to on the inside so you can get easier basket and get to the line. Then play stops a little bit. It slows the game down a little bit and shooting free throws. And I thought that was the key. And we didn't shoot free throws that great in the first half, but we shot them great down the stretch when it was winning time.
Right. Coach, just talk about your guard play tonight. They swung it back. It might have been the numbers, like you said last week. They weren't the numbers, the 100-point game, but it wasn't meant to be. It was control the floor of the offense tonight. It was control the court tonight. Do you think you guards did a good job tonight, just being floor generals?
I think they did an excellent job of that because they did just what we asked for them to do when it comes to pressing the ball.
Right.
Pressing the ball. I thought we pressed them the whole game. We changed what we were doing in the second half. They were waiting for us to trap them like we was doing in the first half. That never came. We just stayed man to man. We just did it full court. So I thought our guards did a very good job of controlling the tempo and keeping us close so we have an opportunity to win the game.
Coach, you threw a lot of different defensive looks out there tonight. You went for a half-court trap, you went to corner trap, and then you kind of pulled off. It looked like almost was it kind of a dominant one there for a minute there, full court almost a little bit. It was pulling back, then going forward. There was a lot of different defensive looks tonight. Just talk about, was that the game plan or was it just what you saw?
Well, with us, we want to speed the game up. So we'll do a lot of stuff like that. We trap in areas where we don't really have nothing that's designated for that. We ain't got no name for it. If the ball is dribbling in your area, you run and trap, and your man, the other offensive person gonna react to the way you're playing defense. So when I leave a man, somebody else know their job is to cut that person. So it's kind of like a run and jump. And we did our 22 half-court trap and stuff. So we mixed it up a lot, and then we went straight man-to-man, and they thought we were still trapping them. So I think we did a good job at disguising what we were doing.
Is it almost like a zone, if you really want to say that each person is responsible for their zone?
They got areas. They got zone areas that they're looking at, and then sometimes it's not. You think it's still zone, but because it's got the same look, but it's something totally different.
Coach, talk about the play of Destiny. You mentioned her a little bit. Talk about her play, and of course, too, being what two does down there tonight.
Well, I didn't think she started the game well, and she looked like she was kind of on Thanksgiving break in the very beginning, but she woke up late in the ball game, I thought, and started making the plays that we needed her to make. But, she's that kind of person. She's never going to get to the point where she's so frustrated she can't play the game. And I think that was the most important thing. She continued to stay the course, and she got better as time went along. And she started, some shots started falling for her, too. That's always important. Because I think she missed some key free throws earlier, and she started making them down the stretch. But her play for us is huge. We need her to be good all the time, and I know that's not going to happen. There's going to be times she's going to be struggling, but I thought winning time, she was there for us.
White she does what she does.
Oh, White is a stud. I mean, she's a stud. When we are struggling to get basket, we know we try to go to her because she knows how to get baskets for us. She knows how to get to the line, because you talking about a 5'7" guard who jumps like she's 6'2", and when she posts people up, she's gonna find a way to either get to the line or get a layup.
Talk about Kayla tonight. She was really efficient as far as nifty, getting around defensive blocks, getting around people trying to trap her, trying to speed the game up a little bit, and then pulling back out, finding an open man. Just talk about her play tonight.
Well, I thought she did a good job on both sides of the ball, the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. She made some big shots for us, too, if you think about it, Brian. She hit some big shots for us when we was down, just get that momentum going for us. But she was a great floor general tonight. She got everybody in their spot. She got the ball to where it needed to go for us to get our backdoor cuts and stuff. She just played super for us on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively.
Speaking of your defense, block shots were huge tonight. They tried to go inside there for a little while. It seemed like everything they threw up was getting punched right back out. Coach, just what was it that your defense was able to do tonight to kind of really set the tone on the inside and almost look like it pulled them out of what they wanted to do?
Well, that's destiny. I mean, that's why we have her. That's her job. She knows that. She wasn't giving us that in the first half. In the second half, she kind of shut it down a little bit. She shut the basket down a little bit, and we need her to be able to do that. I think she was worried about trying to front her man. And, I probably had her doing it too much. I said, hey, just stay backside. Stay back there. Make them shoot over you. And she started blocking shots. She blocked some key shots at the key time during the game, too.
17 second half points for them, Coach. Just you mentioned it. You had it during key points of the game, but 17 second half points. I believe it was 8 in the third quarter, 9 in the fourth. Just talk about what you were able to do to kind of force that.
Well, I think it all started in the beginning of the game. We wore them down. We knew what we was doing in the first half. We knew that the first half was going to affect the second half. And did it really affect us? Man, it affected the second half in a way that I never would have thought it did. Because you watch how they was getting up and down the floor, Brian. They couldn't even run the floor anymore. I mean, they were so worried about our pressure, and they almost came to where they was walking. And you saw those outside shots they was making in the first half. They missing them in the second half. So the strategy was just like we thought it was going to be. We pressed them and wore them down. Because we played, I guess, about 11 to 12 people. So eventually we just wore them down. Where they weren't even making free throws like they was doing in the first half. So the point of it was to wear them down, and we did just that.
You talked about the substitutions. There were full line changes at times. You were throwing 3, 4, 5 out there. Was that the strategy right from the beginning to wear them down, as you said?
Yeah, actually, that is the strategy. But at the same time, that's the way we play, too. Because I keep telling people that we start 5 people, but we got 5 on the bench. Probably could start for us.
Right.
They just don't, because you only can start 5. But when we put people in the game, we're not just subbing people just to be subbing. We're expecting for those kids that's coming in the game to do the job. And they are quite capable of doing the job. Especially with us not having Cheatham tonight.
Yeah.
That's a person who normally rebounds the ball well for us. So we knew we were going to have some extra people coming off the bench doing a better job of rebounding the ball and actually playing defense. Because Cheatham is one of those persons that block shots for us. She's one of the persons that get a lot of rebounds for us. And she's going to make those tough baskets around the basket. So we know missing her, we needed someone else to step the game up.
Coach, talk about the momentum this gives you now. You played well against Tulsa. Obviously, the score wasn't there, but the first couple of games, you played well. Now, all of a sudden, back-to-back wins going into the Thanksgiving break. You get a week off to prepare. Obviously, let them go home for a day or two, but you get a full week to kind of analyze what happened during the first couple of games, analyze these last 2 wins. How good does it feel to be able to go into this break on the heels of consecutive wins?
Well, I think it's very important to be able to go to the break with the win, simply because we were playing at home. These are home games. We need to win all our home games. And like you said, Brian, I don't know if people realize that we played well in those games we lost.
Absolutely.
We executed our stuff. We just didn't shoot the ball well. If we had shot the ball well against Wichita State and Illinois, we probably would have beat them. But everything worked out the way we wanted to work out. And I saw the confidence going into these home games. I felt like we was in a good place, to be honest with you. So we just got to keep getting better. I'm excited about the win. I think it's great that we're going into a little 2-day break for them. We got to win. It'll been a little bit more disappointing if we lost the game tonight and going into that break. So we're at what we want to be, but I see us getting a whole lot better.
Coach, congratulations on the win tonight.
I thank you. Appreciate you.